I actually went to go see Wicked while I was there, but Jersey Boys was something we considered a little bit, but Wicked was cooler. And that was the entire holiday. Me sort of knowing London, but not really knowing London because I'm from the north. And also me vlogging, but very badly because I don't vlog. But thank you for watching, and yeah, subscribe.
You best be doing what he says. It's my turn now. Let's do my commentary on Alex's holiday. Let's go. So, hello, this is Jack here from A&R Gaming, and I'm doing a little editor commentary, because why not? It'll be fun. I can give a little bit of clarification behind some of the things that are going on in the edit. Obviously, Alex spoke about a few things that happened in his video, and was in some ways confused, because very clearly, as you can tell in his video, he doesn't actually watch the videos back. He doesn't watch the videos to see what's been done to them. I mean, on the one hand, sure, it's very nice that he just trusts my judgments, but on the other hand, it's a case of like, hello, you're putting your name to this as well, maybe check it. Anyway, yes, first thing to start off with is this countdown thing at the start. I found this as a royalty-free thing on YouTube, and yeah, I decided this works as a good way just to differentiate the start of it a little bit from the original video, hence why I played the end of the video first and came talking about it. So yeah, we can skip over that, we don't need to see that. Although I do quite like the fact that I made it just go black.
Hello everyone.
Let me go in. So yes, here we go. Hello everyone. Yes, this is my commentary over Alex's vlog. And the good thing is I'm working in DaVinci Resolve, so it means that I have a lot more fine control over things. For example, did you know this whole text box thing is literally just a box? No, wrong button. Just a box with the countdown. I can just turn it off and on. We're going to leave it on, because then you can see exactly where I am paused in the video. And yes, we didn't do it from the start of the entire thing, just so then it's the start of the video. And the whole thing was an aesthetic choice. And you'll see that come up quite a bit. Things are aesthetic choices as to why they look the way they do. Also, the fact that I had a day to edit this. And yeah, luckily we managed to get it out in time. But the reason it is the odd time of 11 minutes is because that's how long it was when I finished editing and realized, oh, right, I have half an hour to get this uploaded. That's why it's the time it is. That's why the edits are the way they are. I had very little time to get this done. So it was very much a case of first instinct and we go. And just for reference, I am also talking over Alex's commentary, partly for the laughs and the absurdity of it. Well, at the same time, it means I can add clarification to things that Alex said without actually having to remember what he said, because he says it. Let's get started.
Hello everyone. This is A&R Gaming. Why is it just my mouth of it? Right. What is it then? Just why did you get to see my beard the whole time? Oh, that's a pretty pathetic excuse for a beard, though, isn't it?
I mean, by comparison, Alex, you're comparing yourself to me. And let's face it, you're always going to fall short. That's kind of mean to say that, but it's an in-joke we always say. It's like that joke between us is always a case of, no, the other one's dead. It's like, oh, no, I'm definitely better than the other one. And, you know, repeat indefinitely. But yes, the reason why it's just your face, Alex, is because that's how you recorded it. The fact that you're pointing this stuff out is good, though. Things to mention, this is the first time Alex has actually recorded a vlog entirely on his own. Normally, if he's ever done, the odd times when we've done in the past, when it was other vlogs and stuff we did, which may or may not be there, I can't remember. But it's very much a case that, yeah, I was always there to somewhat help out. So, yeah, fun. Also, good thing here is that Alex did the time-lapse here, and that makes it very good, a very easy place to do title introductions and everything. Yes, it is. It is, Alex. And luckily, I can add my little editor commentary thing on top of that as well. So, always nice.
Oh, this is me, by the way.
Yes, because we can't tell. I clearly look Asian, don't I? Moving on.
Innovating the video after the moment. So we're here. We're here.
He's here.
I really like Christmas.
Merry Christmas from A&R Gaming.
Yeah, Merry Christmas from A&R Gaming. Even though we do have a Christmas video we're working on. Regardless, Merry Christmas. You know, it's getting close. Better buy your presents. I know I need to.
I really like Christmas.
Me too. Me too, Alex.
And food.
There you go. I've got to record a video for the channel.
I did not realise that I got left in.
And there is point A of the fact that Alex doesn't watch our videos back. Despite the fact that he probably should, because it has your name on it as well as mine. You know, maybe you should start giving them a watch. See what I've left in. You know. Yes, like I said, this whole thing was edited very fast. So there are a lot of things that are kept in just for the sake of I thought they would get resolved later on, and they didn't. So when I said, oh, in this, he says, oh, I've got to record a video for the channel. I thought that was, at the very least, an interesting thing to put in the video because it's the video yourself. So, yeah. But at the same time, I thought, like, actually, no, later on, he says this.
Right, I say we head towards Cafe Nero and get a drink.
So I thought there's going to be a little bit of video of him in Cafe Nero. But keep in mind, I didn't skim through all the footage in this. I just skimmed through what I knew I need to see beforehand so I could make certain aspects of it already. But yeah, so that's why a lot of edits are the way they are. I had limited time, and if I could have redone things, I would have, but I ran out of time. So yeah, I mean, fun fact, this video was so close to when we were actually meant to be updating, or uploading rather, is that when this video went live, and mine actually, they didn't have HD versions, so that's fun. And my video actually went live without a thumbnail for about 15 minutes because I was still making it. This one had the thumbnail because I wanted to make the thumbnail for this one first, so then that would set the tone for what mine would also have. And hey, I've just seen this at Microsoft Store. Nice. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, fun fact, that's how close it was. I got finished editing this about half an hour before it was meant to go live, and then I had to quickly upload as quickly as I possibly could, and mine, and then sort out the title and all the information and all that, and then make the thumbnails. And mine just, I didn't make the thumbnail in time. It was late, so fun.
Yeah. Are we just leaving this whole thing in, are we?
Yes, I just explained why.
Me being sassy.
The good thing is in this, to make certain cuts actually line up with the music, because that's the way I kind of like to do it. Let's skip forward a little bit. I don't like the fact that she's just staring deadpan into the camera. That's a bit better. She's not. Yeah, I actually use quite a lot of DaVinci Resolve's retime controls just to sort of make certain things, because I liked when certain cuts happened, like thematically in the video, but then music-wise they wouldn't line up. So it's like, okay, I'll turn down retime just a little bit, because DaVinci Resolve also interpolates frames, so which is also very nice, which is quite useful considering this entire thing's at 30 frames per second. But it turns out my phone was set to 24 frames per second, so it interpolated it back up to 30. So which is very nice. Although I would probably say in the future, Alex, for when recording vlogs, we should probably use 24 or 25 frames per second, just because generally for vlogs they look better. It's not gameplay, so and I can tell you've recorded at 30 frames per second because that's what the entire system read your file as, or files as. So yeah.
Yeah, there's too many people.
I mean, it's the capital. What do you expect? Of course, there's going to be too many people. It's the capital.
But like, what do you expect?
Exactly, it's the capital.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Exactly.
Let's see me rolling.
Okay, so Alex makes a joke there about this being like, oh, it's like a, I don't know, a hip-hop rap reference or something. It's not. I just thought that would be an interesting thing because, again, it's a lot of walking, and I wanted to make sure I had extra footage so it was over 10 minutes. And it turns out it was 11 minutes, but I didn't have time then to go back and cut it down. It was more a case of like, am I happy with the edits that I've got so far? Do a quick check over it, and we're good to go. So, but yeah, this was what I thought would be an interesting transition. Originally, I was going to have it so that between each transition, there was going to be a very quick little blur crossfade. Just again, to have it, give it that extra quality and stuff like that, but I couldn't get it to look right in the limited time I had. So even when the blur was just 2 frames long, it was way too strong of a blur. So, and basically I couldn't very quickly think of a good way to dial down the blur. I mean, keep in mind, this was edited very, very quickly. So it's just a case of like, okay, that's not working. Delete it. We'll just keep it as straight cuts and we'll go from there.
What is this?
Why does that exist? Why?
Because it's extra shiny Bulbasaur. I explained this to him when he sent me that as the message. Because like I said, as I very roughly mentioned before, it's very much a case of like, Alex sent me footage to use in my thing as well. That's why some of the footage carries over. But it was very much a case of like, he was like, why does this exist? And it's like, it's super shiny Bulbasaur. It's shiny taken to the extreme. Not shiny as in Pokemon shiny, as in real world shiny. It is a shiny, as in metallic looking, Bulbasaur. That is the idea. Moving on.
Why? Yeah, it's silver. Bulbasaur should be silver.
It's meant to be a play on words, kind of, or maybe not. Either way.
Only in London.
Okay, so fun fact, that was actually one of the last clips Alex recorded, but I had nowhere else to put it, so it went here. Because here is daytime, and therefore that works. I mean, that's the magic of editing. I can rearrange things as I see fit to fit whatever narrative I feel like. The dangers of editing. But to be honest, everything else is in chronological order of when he recorded it, so, you know.
This is like my favourite place in London because I really like the music that you put on. You can sit down there and have food and like, it's beautiful and always.
So the reason why it cut there is several reasons. One, I wanted to end the clip on somewhere that musically was very fitting. So the pianos go da-na, not the pianos, the violins go da-na-na-na. That's a nice end point. They've come back down to the rest, they've come back down to the logical key, and they're holding the triad. Therefore, that is a nice place to end because it's basically the end of a phrase. You've had the extra bits before, and then you've got the da-da-da-da, and it just ends, and it's nice. The other thing is that I don't want to have to deal with copyright of someone seeing that and going, oh, hey, he records our performance. We're going to sue him because he used too much of it. So it's like, okay, let's use as little as possible to get the idea across that, hey, they're playing a nice music. It's a nice place, nice and chilled out. That's what it's there for.
See your life in the bowl, but nothing but in the bowl.
I don't saying bowl, I mean bauble. I meant bauble. Bauble.
So, fun thing here, it's gonna split again to somewhere else. The reason is because this entire section here was just walking, and like I said before, it was very much a case of I'm editing as I go. So it's a case of I'm bringing in a few clips and seeing what they are. I'm editing them together to make something interesting, and then I'm moving on. And that's how this part turned out. And I thought it was kind of more interesting just having a long walk to this street where then afterwards you show these two things. I thought it was more interesting to cut those two together and then, look at all the butterflies, you know. Again, very quick edit decisions that I just had to roll with and keep. So, yeah.
So we were in very many different places very quickly. This is from Koala. This is the shop from Koala. I really like this place cut, and then we're back to on the market.
What gave it away that it's Carnaby Street?
So I kept that in there. Originally, my idea with that was before I started to put the other footage in. And again, editing first, so I just had to make decisions and go. It was very much a case of Alex's dad said, "You think this is Calliope Street?" And he was like, immediately I wanted to cut after and say, it just shows things. It said, "What gave it away is Calliope Street." You know, I thought that was just a fun, silly thing. Just the immediate, "What do you think this is?" Yes, it is, because it just very clearly shows it. I just thought that was be funny. But, yeah. But again, I had just the whole idea of walk, jump cut to walking, ask the question, jump cut to that, and then the other two things he went to go see. It felt wrong to me, so I decided to intersperse them between, thence why it looks the way it does.
Very
Look at
pretty.
all the pretty colours. Look at all the pretty...
I just realised I said Calliope Street. VTubers on the brain. It's not Calliope Street, as you can very clearly say there. Moving on.
colours.
And then it's just a Bobby.
More butterflies than you could ever imagine.
He has a very limited imagination, as Alex will attest right here.
I mean, I must have a pretty small imagination if I can only imagine about 30 butterflies.
Glad to see we agree.
Bye, little butterflies. Wonder what they have to do right now. I'm so bored.
Making pancakes. Oh, well,
Spread your butter, Jack.
made, I guess.
Spread your butter. What is...
So, the reason why the butter is the way it is, and I'll go back a little bit just so you can see, because, you know. The reason the butter is the way it is, again, is aesthetics. So, quick thing, just because I don't think I've mentioned it on the channel, but in case other people are feeling the same or dealing with the same thing, just to know that there are other people like you that it is a valid thing. I'm allergic to wheat, so these are wheat-free pancakes, using gluten-free flour. I'm not full celiac yet, but there is a possibility of that eventually occurring. But yes, my body basically attacks wheat as if it was a infection, and it causes, I won't go into details, but it causes problems, to say the least. So yeah, when I made these in person, they looked very pale. Very pale. I mean, also you can see they've got a nice little bit of blistering on there, but they did look very pale. So it was like, okay, let's put the syrup on, which again, normally I don't have on pancakes, and we'll stick on butter and we'll stick it in the blobs, and it looks nice and aesthetic. It's something different. Maybe that'll look interesting, and then I'll color correct later. As it turns out, my light is quite warm. My bedroom light has a very warm sort of hue to it. So it ends up actually making it look fairly nice, and it wasn't necessarily needed. Safe to say, also, you don't see in the next shot, but I did then spread the butter around because it was already melting anyway. And yeah, as Alex does eventually say, why would you leave the butter in the middle? It was for the aesthetic choice for the shot. Though, of course, Alex doesn't do much video editing stuff, so obviously he doesn't quite get this. So it's understandable why he thought that, but I thought I would clear this up. It was for the shot. Anyway, moving forward.
Spread your butter. What is that? That's a big lump.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It was for the shot. He doesn't get that. He doesn't get that. It was for the shot. I did then spread it around. Plus, I had to do the shot quick because the pancakes were hot and melting the butter. So, yeah. If I had to redo the shot, probably the next time I redo the shot, it would have been melted anyway. So, anyway. But yes, they were actually very nice, as you see here. Yeah, I didn't actually think they were going to be nice. I'll be honest. I didn't think they were going to be nice, these ones. Just because normally I put lemon and sugar on them. I like that sort of mix between sweet and sour on the pancakes, but in a very, not savory, like a very dessert way, which also you get from the lemon juice and the sugar. Obviously not too much sugar. You don't want to overpower it. But yeah, obviously sugar we have, but the lemon juice we had, I think, was out of date, because also we haven't had pancakes for a while. So it was very much a case of I'm just going to do whatever I can, and we will go forward from there. And it ended up being butter and syrup, and I thought that works quite well because that's like stereotypical American-looking pancakes, even though I did actually do European-style pancakes, which are very flat and thin. They're almost like crepes, but not quite, because they're not that thin. Different batter too. Yeah, I didn't think they were going to taste good, but they did. So that kind of goes in part with the whole Helltaker vid, not the popular one of the other ones, the one about pancakes, where I said that I make good pancakes in the description. And apparently, even when I don't think I'm making good pancakes, I make good pancakes. So it's always good to know. Always good to know.
Yes. Prime content.
Alex, you record yourself just walking around London. Let's not get into an argument about Prime content.
Yeah. Is it, Jack? I had to say, right, okay. So you're probably asking, why am I wearing a mask outside? Hot tip. When it's cold as hell, you have headphones on and a mask. You won't be cold. You'll be really warm.
It's actually a thing that I do as well, which is very funny that we both do the exact same thing. As much as, yes, I have a beard, the beard doesn't cover the nose or the lips area, so to stop the cold sort of really drying those areas out and making my nose really red and horrible and really cold, the mask is actually very helpful. And because of the beard, it helps like really keep the heat around like my middle face area. That's very nice. And also because of the fact that there's a little gap by the nose, just because of the mask I've got. It also helps sort of keep my glasses okay thing. I say there's a gap, it's going into my eyes, so, you know, well, whatever. Anyway, continuing on.
Exactly.
Actually, just to add on to that, as much as I'm saying there's a gap, but keep in mind, I have a beard before the mouth actually, like, the beard very much is, like, scuffed up right against the mask. That's me putting my hand over my mouth. There we go. But yeah, it's like it has to go through the beard first, so don't worry, it's filtered. Naturally filtered pandemic air. Wonderful.
Don't bite your bike here.
Come on, Alex, you know how to speak.
Back to that.
So yeah, fun thing here. Maybe not the fun thing Alex is thinking of, but because things happen behind the scenes that we're not telling you about to do with this. But yeah, fun thing about this razor shop, it turns out that when Alex went to go visit, and I'm assuming when he visited, again, this is entirely going by the day he actually left for London, but so I don't actually know at what point in this trip he went there. But on the day he left to go to London, this shop had been open 2 days. So yeah, he did pretty well finding it because it's really new. It's a really new shop. So I guess exclusive mini look into the razor shop, kind of. Maybe. I don't know. We'll go with that.
The shop we went to. Loved it.
A little bit of a slow-mo spin there.
I came home.
So before Alex just says here, at this point, again, behind the scenes thing, this was Alex's commentary was recording at his using my microphone and his new interface, which, spoilers, looks like this on screen now. I don't know if that clip came through, but yeah. And yeah, so I was in the background there because obviously I was helping him get everything set up. And when he says, "I'm home," and then it cuts to the gay bar. I know collectively as a species we're moving past the whole gay thing, but to me that was funny. In fact, he just says, "I'm home," and then cuts to an award-winning gay bar. It's like, oh, the timing. It was, oh, yes. Anyway, he never mentioned it, and I'm actually kind of surprised that you can't hear me, like, holding in my laugh there. But, yeah, it's just the timing. Yeah. Moving on.
Yeah, what did it win? What did it win?
That is something I was wondering, because I don't think the reason I put on the side there just the KU bar in London, because he already says it's a gay bar. But the thing is, if you actually just a search in Google or Bing or whatever you use, assuming people actually use Bing, yeah, if you just put award-winning gay bar in London, it comes up with the KU and tells you where to go. So it's very easy to find. And as shown here, originally it was going to be a case of, oh, we'll put up a picture showing it better in case people want to go. And it's like, well, you've already shown the thing. If I just put the KU bar in London, it comes up with it anyway. And technically you've got the you've got the address right there, www.ku-bar.com. It's like, it's very easy to find. You accidentally did a very good job in showing off all the things on how you can actually find the thing. So there wasn't much need. So yeah. I mean, there you can see it really clear right there, the ku-bar.com. So yeah, if you want to go visit, it's award-winning. We don't know what awards it won, but it won awards. I mean, if we're going by that logic, technically I've won awards, so, you know. Moving on. Yes, very modern. You got to love modern times. You got to love modern times, especially for stuff like that. You got to love modern times.
Yeah. Very home. I loved it. We spent the whole holiday looking for that, and I found it on the last day.
It's like Alex forgets he has Google. He can just Google stuff to tell him where to go. There's a thing you have access to, Alex. Unfortunately, a thing that a lot of people don't do. You can just Google things. It's like, if you ever need to find something out, Google it. Sure, you might not get necessarily the answer straight away, but if you're trying to find where something is, Googling it is probably going to be your best bet.
In fact, I was at the beginning of Chinatown then, but you know, we'll talk about that. Trafalgar Square.
That's the Canadian Embassy.
It is. I bet they're polite. Oh.
Stop making the same joke twice, Alex. Come on, you're better than this.
Yeah, just miserable in London. It's so boring here.
So boring.
I bet Jack's on a much better.
That tree! That tree.
Hello.
I love Simba so much.
Good boy. Yes, you are.
How was he not upset that we're away?
He was, trust me. He was definitely upset while you were away. The only times, the reason he was like this right here is because I gave him food. And let's face it, cats are going to show you some affection if you give them food. It's how they work.
He's giving Jack all the love.
Good boy.
What a traitor.
You say that, but cats just generally seem to like me. In fact, as far as animals do. So yeah, it's just, animals seem to like me. I'm like a Disney princess, but hairier. And no hair. Coincidentally, yeah, paradoxically hairier, but also less hair. Work that one out.
Should be sad.
Trust me, he was sad. He was sad. The times when I would go there in the mornings to go give him his food, well, breakfast basically, and he would be like, "Oh, it's you again. I miss my family," and just decide to go back to sleep. And it's just like, right, I'll make you food for you, and then eventually I'd have to convince him to come downstairs to eat, just so I could tell them, "Hey, he ate. He's had his breakfast. He's doing good." You know. So, trust me, he missed you. He missed you a lot. You can tell. You could tell.
Oh, so I was like sort of trying. Okay, apparently I won't do anything there. I was.
So you'll see why I cut away there, and the idea was to just put the vine movement, it's like his face, and that's it. But yeah, you see why I cut in a second.
Trying to take itself with the lion, like some sort of white girl. Yeah, but I'm like, I don't do social media.
This is why I kept this in, because this was way more funny, because on the first time he just got it right, and this time he's been more awkward about it. Therefore, this is much funnier. Also, look at the side. I never realized it, because he's got half the face in, just on the left side, just boom, Alex face, zoom in. But, yeah, the reason why, again, it's the whole thing of like, it was very quick cuts. I had to make a decision and go. And honestly, the whole Vine Boom thing, I made a joke when I first saw this footage anyway. So, yeah.
So, like, I don't have a clue what I'm doing. Big.
I was wondering, should I make a VTuber reference here? Yeah, I think I will. Big like Sana. There we go.
I see people walking about. Look at him, he's got a sword. There's more people.
Apparently I don't want... apparently...
Okay, so yeah, fun thing I did there. Alex also brings up as well, is that he was saying, oh, look at all these people, and assuming, obviously because of the fact that he was on the guard before, it assumes he means a guard, but they didn't show any of the guards, so I was like, okay, you know what, I'm just going to find a copyright-free picture of a royal guard, take out the background, stick it in there, and just have him fade away. Because... yeah, Royal Guard pieces out. I think that's the short that went live yesterday or is going live with this video. Either way, yeah, it's like just peace and he's just gone. Anyway, moving on.
I don't want to look at the other person there. Are they important because they've got a sword, or are they important because I feel they're important?
Both. I mean, are you going to argue the importance of someone to the person with the sword? I don't think so.
There's literally nothing in here. Like I was like, there's nothing.
I mean, you say that, there's a park right there which you go past and then mention later. Spoilers, he went in a circle, and during that circle missed the changing of the guard, which is usually the main thing you go to the guardhouse or area thing for. So... well done, Alex. Well done.
That's nothing. That was the reveal.
Although I do find it funny. I'll mention this again later when he actually does it, but it's like... a funny thing happens later, which doesn't make sense considering what he's just done. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, so this little thing here, when the video went live and I noticed that, I got really scared because, like I said, I edited very, very quickly and I thought I left this mistaken. And then it gets rectified literally here because the guard goes past.
I thought they were doing a changing of the guards. They were not doing a changing of the guard. But everyone thought they were doing a changing of the guards. So I got real excited for nothing. No.
It's not.
Oh, it's not, Alex.
Yeah, it's not.
He literally just opened the door because the horse was getting a bit distressed.
That's right, I had to speed it up just because I wanted there to show how long Alex was kind of just sat there waiting for something to happen, but nothing happened. Which, again, he does also say about.
Yeah, that's all they're doing. The horse is just like, nay. Yeah.
Well, we thought we'd see something there, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. No, we didn't. Well done, Alex.
Yeah, well done, Alex.
I was trying to say is he's not allowed to react. But I just couldn't take it seriously because I was trying to vlog and I don't vlog. And I thought the horse was quite cool.
Alex likes horses. Confirmed. Is Alex a fan of horse girls? Maybe send him some. See his reaction. Enjoy that, Alex. And you won't know this is from a thing because he doesn't watch our videos, as evidenced by the fact that he keeps commenting on the fact that he doesn't know what actually went into the vlog because he never watched it. I'm on to you, Alex. I'm on to you.
The more famous buildings down this street
Oh,
than anywhere I've ever
it was kind of insane.
There we go.
So I don't look up though. I don't look up though for some reason. I'm in my own world, obviously.
Westminster Abbey. St. Michael's Cathedral.
But no,
Westminster Abbey again.
let's zoom this back.
Okay, so I'm quite happy with the edit there because there's very minimal audio phase. You can kind of hear it if you're listening for it, but until literally you pointed out on the original, on the video that on this that went live yesterday, yeah, you can't tell. You just can't tell. You can't hear it. I mean, maybe you can now if you listen for it, but it's very much a case of like an initial watch, you can't hear it, and I'm so happy that worked well. Because I got the fade perfect, and I was thinking, like for when the icons pop in, so I was thinking, okay, do I need to do extra stuff here? But I didn't, so quite good.
Look at it. So there's Big Ben. There's Westminster Abbey. There is some cathedral.
Apparently, me and Alex have, in fact, no, Alex and the rest of the world have very different ideas of what a cathedral is. Anyway, moving on.
And then there's where I explain it all. So there, Big Ben, Westminster Abbey. There, St. Margaret's Cathedral.
Again, very different definitions of cathedral.
I say cathedral, but it's Westminster. It's what drugs are you on? Pass, Alex. St. Margaret's Westminster. Who am I? St. Margaret's Cathedral. Westminster. Westminster Abbey again.
He gets that part right at the very least.
No. No, I've been to Regent's Park. It's definitely not elsewhere.
This is a park. Some park.
It's St. James's Park. That street was pretty big.
You don't get this down the north.
I meant up the north. Yeah, we all went up the north.
So yeah, the whole reason why I decided to do that as the graphic for this is, again, short on time, and what's the easiest way to convey what Alex is saying? Just flip over a picture of the United Kingdom. Simple as.
Up the north.
Up the north!
Look, civil engineers. I wonder if there's an institute for electronic engineers.
You see, I knew he was going to say this because Alex loves to say the fact that he's an electronic engineer. Just saying. I knew this was going to be in there. I knew this would pop up at some point. Unrestrained, Alex has to talk about it. Always happens.
It actually is in the Ritz, but it's not the Ritz, the eating place, it's the Ritz. Because for some reason the electronic engineers want to name something even more famous, like the Ritz.
I'm being such a tourist now.
Yes, you are.
I did enjoy it. I did. Yeah, I enjoyed it though.
So, this is St. James's Park. Ooh, look at all that.
I didn't actually go to the park though. Well, of course. Ducks. Don't show you the ducks though, do I? What am I doing? What will you get to go to the ducks? So all you know, I could be speaking about imaginary ducks.
I will say Alex's first go at the Hull accent was really bad, considering he's from Hull. Well, Alex says he's from Cottingham, but when you look at the actual postcode area, it starts HU because of Hull. Just letting that sink in. Alex is from Hull. I am too. I just sound like this. No idea why. But yes, it's like, yes, we are both from Hull. Deal with it, Alex.
It could not even be ducks there. It could be swans. The Queen owns all the swans.
There's a shot for you.
Maybe that's why there's so many police there.
Oh, God, why?
No, you'll find out why there's so many police there right now.
Oh no.
Right, okay, so something serious was happening, and I was like, I'm not filming this.
So the reason why I decided to put the he fears part in is because I went inside. I say inside joke. We'll let Alex divulge if he ever wants to tell the story on the channel. He probably won't, but that can be another mystery of A&R. Something unspoken that happened. But yes, let's just say that it is an inside joke in our group of friends. So just so you know, there is a joke there. Whether Alex decides to divulge it or not, we will see.
These cards.
I don't know what that
I'm not filming that. I'll get shot.
That looks really important.
It did look really important. Yep, don't forget Jesus.
Can you tell we're not religious? Yeah.
Yes, for everybody. Jesus saves you from hell.
He does.
Yeah, but as we kind of showed in Helltaker, Hell has demon girls and demon girl harems and pancakes. I think I like that more. Yeah, I definitely think I like that more. Yeah.
God bless us all.
Yes.
No.
Hallelujah.
No.
Oh wow, look at that. Oh, we're back to-
By the way, when I mean look at that, I mean all the buildings in the space, not like that man walking there. He's just...
Yes, that's pretty obvious, Alex. You don't have to point that out. You can tell he's not done commentary for a vlog before. I haven't, but it's just much easier when I can just say, no, Alex, you're wrong. It's much easier.
He's just getting on his merry way. I got confident for a second. It didn't last long.
Yeah, I kind of like the fact that halfway through the spin, you can tell where he just decides this was a bad idea. You can see it in his face. He's like, hey, look, it looks pretty good. Let's do a spin. Welcome to London. And halfway through, he's like, Also, fun thing, if, like I said, with the way I was editing, if I knew that was there with that welcome to London at the start, I would have replaced it with that. But because of the way I was editing this, I didn't know that. So, yeah.
Jesse. I wasn't actually quite sure I was allowed to be here. I was just following the other people.
So here's the thing that's funny. Alex was here earlier. He's gone in a big circle. And then he decides, I didn't know if I was allowed to be here. It's like, you were here earlier. Therefore, you're allowed to be here because you were here earlier and you did the exact same thing you're doing now. You know? Come on. Keep up, Alex.
And there's more cards. They changed the card. You gotta see that, but they did change the card by the time I walked all the way around.
Yeah, if you'd shown us
Yes.
it,
Yes,
if you got on camera, yeah. If you got on camera, we would have been able to see that.
Yeah, but you probably also have no life.
It depends. If you've got money, you can do more things. But at the same time, it's one of those things of it depends. Depends on the personality making the money and what they decide to do with it. More than anything else, rather than generalizing statements like that. Come on, Alex, we're better than this. We're better than this. The fun thing is I can just call him out because I know he's not going to see this. So, yeah, that's fun. Oh, I'm using the fact that you don't watch our videos to my advantage. Enjoy, Alex.
That's some famous bridge.
Yeah, not seeing it again. I think you can see the bridge there very slightly. So yeah.
Only in London. So I actually went to go see Wicked while I was there, but Jersey Boys was something we considered a little bit, but Wicked was cooler.
I'm glad he didn't try the recording of that.
And that was the entire holiday. Me sort of knowing London, but not really knowing London because I'm from the north. And also me vlogging, but very badly because I don't vlog.
The good thing is that he tried to vlog in the first place. That's the main thing. Like I've said before, Alex. Usually, whenever Alex has done a vlog, I've been there to help him. So it's actually very good that he actually did this on his own. I was half expecting there to be the case that Alex would come back and just be like, "Oh, I forgot to do an actual vlog. I just did the things that I sent to you." In which case, that would have been the only video going up. But and the whole dual vid idea would have fallen apart. But the fact that you tried, this is me giving Alex some genuine praise here. And again, he's not going to see this, which is all the better. He actually tried, and that's the main thing. That's the main thing. He tried, and he did it. So, in that regard, I definitely commend you, Alex. You tried, and that is the main thing. That is the main thing here. But, so yeah. Moving forward.
But, thank you for watching. And yeah, subscribe.
Yes, be sure do subscribe. Do subscribe.
I'm gonna go now. Back to the north.
You're already in the north, Alex.
Down the north, obviously.
Be quiet.
Bye.
So yes, that is the end of the video. So zoom out again, and yeah, as you can see, we are still in DaVinci Resolve. One fun thing I will show you, just because this isn't normally get seen all that often. Yes, I know that's gone off now. If I go to the project manager for DaVinci Resolve, you can see these are all the projects and stuff. These are all the things. Oh, I know you can see this is the naming scheme we give to videos because we don't know what they're going to be titled until I finish editing them. Although sometimes we come up with the idea of the name as we're going. Also, I had to double check that at one point just to see if I still had a file. That's why that's so high up there. But yeah, you can see basically these are all the A&R files. You can see from the trailer thing, I had to do a few different separate things and all splice them together. But yeah, if we go back to here very quickly, this may take a while. It's a very big file. Yeah, so this is the file for Alex's vlog. These are all the files, all the cuts and everything. So as you can see, there's several layers of video. There's 4 layers of video, technically 3 for the most part, just for the fact of that 4th one's only used at the very end. And then audio-wise, there's also 4 layers as well, which is fun. So this is what an A&R video looks like. Also, I forgot to mention this the first time, but yeah, the fact that one of the things Alex sent to me was this food. Obviously, like the thing of like, oh, Alex having a great time on his way. He's eating bread. It's like, yeah, I can't eat bread. Thank you very much. And I can't tell if he did that deliberately. I mean, obviously, Alex can. Alex doesn't have the same problem I have. But it's, I just thought it was funny. It's like, did you do that deliberately or not? Because even if you didn't, the fact that you just ordered that, it's like, it looks so good and I can't eat it. Oh, well. But yeah, this is what the file generally looks like. And you see, I have the music track, I have the voiceover track, and then I have extra stuff that I use as well. Normally I label them, but I didn't for this. Again, having to work quick, so it didn't happen. I didn't do any color correction, didn't do any fusion stuff. Audio stuff, I did do a little bit. A bit of soft clipping, just because I like a little bit of grit on the voice, a little bit. You know, just a tad. A little bit of saturation just in there, just to sort of really make it pop and enhance it a little bit, just enhance the audio. A little bit of a lift, just to make it sound like it's a much more expensive microphone than what he was actually using, which is just his phone. And then a limiter, just to make sure it doesn't go crazy. And then, again, limiter on the output, again, just in case for stray peaks. Because obviously when you combine things together, frequencies and stuff just spike out. So, same with the audio, just in case with spikes from the music. That's all that's there for. Another good thing that I do is I also check to make sure our voiceover audio is constantly hitting somewhere around -9, between -9 and -6, -6 at most, -9 most of the time. But that's LUFS, which is basically a loudness scale, which is fun. So I use that to make sure that everything is working fine. So yeah, that's kind of everything. There's nothing really more to show or anything, so I'm just going to skip to the end here. There we go. Zoom back in on that. So yes, I have been Jack. I hope you've enjoyed this little quick, I say quick, I don't know how long I've been recording. Probably a while. Just going in depth in this, just to do the editing commentary. So I hope you have enjoyed. Maybe it gives you a bit of an insight into how I edit. Keep in mind, I am self-taught. So yeah, it's I edit probably very different than most people, but yes, I do hope you enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe, and we will see you tomorrow for a new video. So until then, goodbye.